Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, September 21st, 2023. It's one of my last couple days being prevented from putting new content up on YouTube. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to continue doing my work and being curious and sharing that curiosity with all of you. Hi, I am so glad you're here. Well, I want to share with you something I stumbled on today. It's by no means new, it was just new to me, but it may have some bearing on events that are being anticipated and chattered about here in our everyday world. Let me show you what I'm talking about. One second, I'm going to a share screen. As always, it will go to a Facebook compilation that you can access if you're still curious or want to know more yourself. And just by following the Facebook link, you'll get there. Okay. So today, I saw this picture, and it was part of a Twitter thread done by Ariel. Ariel is somebody I follow and really admire. Got a good brain, very good brain. Okay. The Utah monolith, which has been removed, it showed up in 2020. And it's one of hundreds that showed up around the planet. Okay. According to Ariel, what that one did, and others like it that weren't done just as mimics or art installations, it monitors, there's receptors, activators, connectors, and reflectors involved with it. So the thread talked about the purposes here. The monitoring, these monoliths serve as advanced observation devices. Okay. The receptors, they're designed to receive and decode cosmic signals and frequencies. There's more here, but you can read it yourself later. Activators, the monoliths possess the ability to emit a specific frequency and vibration generated from the cosmic signals received. Connectors, the monoliths establish an energetic connection between themselves and human beings who come into close proximity. Reflectors, the monoliths serve as reflective surfaces that project holographic images and symbols into the minds of humans. Okay, then she goes into more detail that it could possibly even be frequency emissions, DNA strand activation, dimensional transitions, collective enlightenment, and Ariel makes the point the one in Utah was removed, but there are more than 5 of these places all over the planet for the appropriate time. These monoliths are connected to the pillars of light. Some attribute the northern US sky where these pillars can be seen. They will influence the monoliths. And then she goes on to say that these will play a role in human life, but that we as individuals have the ability, even without the monoliths, to be those pillars of light, which I thought was a timely reminder. Okay, so I wanted to know more. So besides the thread that Ariel compiled, I found an article that dismisses them all as being art installations. Okay, now there are some that have shown up in very remote places that can't be explained as an art installation or just simply very mysterious. Then I went to Wikipedia, and according to Wikipedia, and I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of Wikipedia, but there's times it will have some facts or information, even though it's geared towards normie, and it's not normies, and it's not without its biases. But I thought on something like this, let's see what they had to say. And according to Wikipedia, there are over 200 of them across the planet in total. Now, this combines the mysterious ones with the ones that are art installations, so there was a combination. According to Ariel, the ones that actually are activated and have the purpose that Ariel was discussing, there's 5 that she knew about. So those monoliths, I thought, let's ask the universe about them. Now, as always, we want to ask smart questions. The universe tends to be a little literal, and if you don't leave yourself open to other insights and information, you can really close off information that you might have valued but because of the literal nature of what the cards tell us, that's one of the reasons I always ask for insights and other additional information. So let's do that as far as these monoliths go. Okay, so what I would like to know is the monoliths that were spoken about in that compilation I have, not exclusive of the ones that are genuine, just art or mimicry. The unexplained ones, the mysterious ones, the one that may have a purpose, is the chatter that the purposes can be for frequency, for transmission, for DNA activation. Is there truth to that speculation? And is there more insights or information the universe wants us to know? Let's find out. And the Wikipedia article, I usually don't recommend Wikipedia, but it was really interesting, and it listed all the places across the planet where they have shown up. Didn't really talk about the mystery about it too much, but it was interesting that they've shown up in so many countries across the planet. Okay, I'm going to change the camera, move a cat, and we'll see what the cards want us to know about these mysterious monoliths that have shown up across the planet since 2020. Okay, so these monoliths, not the ones that are art installations, not the ones that are just mimics, these monoliths across the planet that have appeared mysteriously and seem to not really have a artistic explanation. We'd like insights and information about them. Okay, well, there's nothing to fear. They're good things, that's for sure. We have the Four of Wands, have the Seven of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Again, nothing to fear. We have the Nine of Swords, Knight of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to share with you the insights that I'm getting from the cards. We'll look at elements that lead me to make those statements, and then we'll maybe dig a little deeper with a couple more cards. Okay, the Four of Wands indicates a situation. This is a card that there's just no bad way to interpret this card. What it's telling me is, we were asking about the ones that aren't installations in particular, what's going on with them, okay? They are designed to help bring our world from dark to light. They are going to be used. So Ariel was onto some truth with the capacities that her Twitter thread said those items had. And again, just a reassurance that it's not worrisome, their intent or what they'll be used for. I'm also getting the insight. Normally the Knight of Cups is kind of tricky, but I think they've had some that have been placed where people can't find them easily, either cloaked or in like crevasses, or maybe even in the oceans, because we found them on the planet, but there's nothing to say they wouldn't still be of use and benefit and work if they were underwater. So, and then we've got the water sign here with we've got the river and cups hold water. So they've done some faking with them, all right? But they're designed, again, to help bring our planet from dark to light, to more fully use energies that are being sent our way and available to bring us from dark to light as a human race, as individuals, but as a race. Okay, and there's an agreement. This was a project that had actually some pretty strict agreements about it. And it's about balancing the power and the energies on our planet. We have been out of alignment for so many thousands of years. This is a card of male and female balance and agreement. Perfect alignment, perfect balance of energy. No one's trying to overpower the other. They're just in balance. And it's a good thing. It's part of making our race independent of outside and evil influences that have been party to it in the past. That's because this is a card of independence. And again, it's a kind of a humanity read. Let's get a couple more cards for information. Ace of Pentacles, how beautiful. That's a success card in manifestation. So they are going to help manifest those healing abilities, frequencies, what have you. Read that thread in more detail. And again, there is an element that's coming from our benevolent white hearts that are behind this. So the ones that aren't just mimicking them, that weren't just put up just, for a lark, that weren't put up to be an art installation, they were a gift from divine sources. I'm still curious. Let's see, we got the Knight of Wands showing up. Energy card. This is a card of energy, absolutely. So we've got energy here, and the King of Wands is a wisdom and vision. So again, those monoliths are going to help us increase in our wisdom and to be able to engage with, absorb, and use some really fabulous but new energy. So let's recap. I read about those monoliths that have shown up since 2020 across the planet. And in that thread on Twitter or X that Ariel put up, there was a list of some of the functions and capacities that were involved with the ones that aren't artistic in nature. Made me very curious. I wanted to see what the universe had to say as far as confirming that or telling us more. So first of all, the situation with the monoliths, it's a loving and positive purpose is expressed with them. Absolutely. There was a nod to the fact that yes, some of them are fakes. Some of them are just simply artist interpretations, trying to get in on the notoriety. But there are some definitely that were placed here for the purpose Ariel mentions in that Twitter thread, and they are to help bring humanity and our plane of existence from dark to light, because the Wheel of Fortune is always turning. And in our complicated world where we are slowly being freed from so many negative influences and constraints, the Wheel of Fortune is always moving into and towards the light, and it will long past my lifetime. We were reassured, don't worry. There's nothing to worry about, not nearly what you think there is to do with them. They have a job to do, they have a purpose, and it's beneficial. Now, while the Knight of Cups can sometimes be a trickery card and a fraud card, what I got from this is that the trickery involves that some of them have been placed in places where they haven't been found, so they can still perform their intended purpose. Possibly think of a glacial crevasse, think of underwater. 2/3 of our planet is water. So there have been some that have not been found that do have that purpose that's not artistic, but is helpful and beneficial for human life. Okay. One of the purposes of them is to bring us back into a balance of power and energies on this plane of existence. The divine masculine and divine feminine have not been in balance, and that's part of this whole process. So in the past, when divine masculine wanted to be predominant and have power, there was a lack of balance, and that's part of the reason our planet has had so many issues. So part of this purpose is to help us raise our frequency, our vibration, to be healed and restored, and again, balance. Nobody loses when there's balance. I just hope nobody thinks of it as a win-loss type of situation. It's helping to make humanity ultimately more independent and free of negative constraints and artificial constraints that we have had to deal with for lifetimes. They're a success, and they're helping to manifest this change. The technology came from civilizations and helpers that we would consider quite miraculous and way more advanced than us. So consider them a gift, folks, a gift. And they're designed to change our energy in very beneficial ways and to help us gain wisdom as individuals and as a planet. So that's what we got from it. I hope you enjoyed this little monolith rabbit trail, and know that we may be coming into a time when those monoliths are fully in use. But even if they're not, if their design is to be pillars of light, we can be that without the monoliths. We just have to be willing to say, I am willing to accept and give off light and be part of positive change for this planet, for myself, those around me. I'm willing, I'm ready. And if that's you, say those words and be that light. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I don't take you for granted. And until next time, I send you love and light and wish for you everything bright. To all you white hearts, much love. Bye.